So many storylines heading into Bud's Creek, but there can only be one lead story, and it's Levi Kitchen. Nice work, chef. That's 2 of 3 overalls, 3 of 6 moto wins, and the Supercross version of Levi Kitchen is back. After a goofy month of June that had many people thinking, me included, is this guy an elite 250 racer, or just a flashy shredder who can win here and there when everything is perfect? Well, the jury is still out, but after watching a very impressive 70 minutes of racing at Unadilla, my perspective of Levi has changed a bit. Call it a realignment of analysis. In truth, Kitchen has had super high expectations on him this season, which comes from being the top free agent last summer. He left a winning team with a door covered in ones, and instead chose a team that gave him freedom to customize his own program and run a non-traditional day-to-day for a pro circuit Kawasaki rider. That freedom and that decision comes with pressure and high expectations, and he met them in Supercross, taking RJ Hampshire to the final laps of the championship, a championship that he would lose. Take into consideration the natural hangover from his Supercross defeat, with about a 20-minute window to get over it, before he'd go outdoors on a bike he hadn't really tested on moto. Oh well, the gate drops in a week, and he hit Pro Motocross with 5 straight moto podiums and clear sight of Hayden Deegan and his points lead. Then comes a 6 moto slump where he did not look like himself, and a guy who was chasing wins in a championship couldn't get in the top 5, and the hype cooled off fast. If you look at it glass half empty, he doesn't have it. He needs to be tougher. He can't pass. He only wins when X, Y, or Z. Okay, it's hard to argue against that, but glass half full, 2nd overall in Supercross, with 3 wins and 7 podiums, way better than 2023. Possibly 2nd overall in Motocross, with 3 moto wins and 10 podiums, way better than 2023. An optimistic lens would show that the chef is trending up, and even though we poured on the expectations this season, and he's falling short of being a champion, he's still progressing up and fast, and his complete body of work in 2024 has been awesome. My point and my realignment: every Supercross and Motocross champion has hurdles along the way that cause the fans, the media, the competitors, and mostly the racer himself to question, do I have it? Can I really do this? All of them had doubt, yet all of the champions eventually overcome the doubt, and for Levi Kitchen, 2024 was not the year to close the deal, but the fast track to number 1 has sped up with little interruption, and all the signs point to a dude who will be better in 2025. Moto 2 at Unadilla was a glimpse. Hayden Deegan did not win Unadilla, but he kind of did. The trophy and the cash went to Kitchen, but when you look at the boxes that need to be checked on the way to the 450 class, Hayden's 2nd moto settle was huge for his growth. Up to this point, Danger has been somewhat one-dimensional, which hasn't been a bad thing. The all-in, every-second mentality has given us some incredible moments this season and put him clearly alone at the top of 250 racing. But with bigger aspirations and bigger goals in mind, Hayden, like all racers, needs to grow and become multi-dimensional with a better understanding of the entire pro racing playbook. I know this is crazy, but sometimes 2nd is actually a win, Ricky Bobby. And Moto 2 at Unadilla was Hayden's smartest race of the summer, with rivals crashing out all over the place on a track that wasn't worth sending it on. Smart, mature, champ. The points lead is now at 70, which means a 5-point gain on Levi in Moto 1 at Bud's. And this thing is over 3 motos early. Deegan will be the first American to win this title in 4 years, and if he clinches this weekend, I want to see him on the 450 at Ironman. Come on, Brian. Kenny's dropping down, Drew Adams is coming in. Ironman is the fun round. You got the title, get the reps, and pull out that 450 so Paula next summer isn't his first pro motocross on the bike. I'm just blabbing nonsense. It ain't happening, but you all know you want to see it. Come on, Brian. Chance Hymas took his biggest leap in speed since turning pro, and it cost him. It was violent, dramatic, and yes, an unexpected crash due to the flawless technique and style Chance rides with. I'm seeing Trey Kennard comparisons online, the red bike, the fly gear, the number 48. Yeah, I see it, but it's the out-of-nowhere kaboom that comes with zero warning that is drawing the comparison for me today. For Trey, it was always full send, but it never looked that way. Absolutely beautiful riding, perfection, then boom. That was Chance at Unadilla, and my hope is that the crash doesn't deter his pursuit of the front, but instead identifies where the line is in hopes that he doesn't cross it again. He's young, he's figuring this out, and once he learns how to safely send, he will be a 250 indoor and outdoor champ, just like Trey Cool. Tom Vialle crashed again in Moto 1, and to me, it was a bit deflating. My hopes were high coming in. A two-time MX2 champ who quickly learned Supercross was back in his comfort zone, motocross, on tracks he now knows, and it had me thinking and picking Tom for the title. I admit it, I did. Now 80-something points down, more crashes than wins, makes it feel like a fail. But then you dig in a little, and he's 90 points up from last year, with 10 podium motos, double the moto wins, and if you take away the expectations and just look at 2024 on paper, it's been pretty damn good. For context, Kenny never won the 250 Pro Motocross Championship, Marv never won it, and it took Dylan Ferrandis 4 years to get that title. Like Kitchen, 2024 feels like a letdown, but it's not. He's still trending upward, and there is plenty of meat on the bone for a guy who has not reached his full ceiling here in the US. I'm still a believer, but Tommy Boy needs an offseason and a break. Props to Jalek Swoll, who has only had 2 top 5 motos all year, but walks out of Unadilla with a podium. Great day for Jalek and for the team, and props to Garrett Marchbanks, who rode the emotional wave to a 4th. I'm not surprised he's that good, but the question has always been, can he be better than that? Can he be a winner? Only time will tell. Chase Sexton won the overall at Unadilla, but Hunter Lawrence was the big winner for me. He said at Washougal that he needed to get checked out, and there may be some issues that had to be addressed. Well, I was at Loretta's for 9 days, so maybe I missed the news, but did he ever get checked out? If so, what was it? And how did he fix it? Was it the bike? Was it rest? Maybe a little bit of everything? Whatever it was needed and helped Hunter throw down the best moto I've ever seen him race in motocross, period. To immediately pass Chase back twice, the way he did, and to withstand the freight train pressure that Sexton brings late in motos was huge for Hunter. But as good as he's been all season, still no overall win. Buds? Chase Sexton has won 4 straight overalls, but the moto win streak is over at 7. I bet he cares, but I don't think he loses sleep with those bonuses hitting the B of A every week. He's 2 weeks away from grabbing the title, finally checking the box of winning outdoors, and after watching Moto 2, this is the best and the most polished I've ever seen him. He's found the perfect balance of strength, speed, and efficiency, but others are coming to the class in the series soon, which means the opportunity to control the race and dictate the pace like JT and Stu discussed on the broadcast won't be there. Prado's coming. Deegan's coming, and his kryptonite is ready to put the modeling career on hold and take back his spot at the top of 450 hierarchy. Where's Jet? Is he riding yet? What's the scoop? Awfully quiet out there for last year's undefeated champ. For now, Chase is the favorite to close this out and win the SMX title, while the opposition is back and warming up for Charlotte. Kenny and Coop were somewhat underwhelming at Dilla, but maybe they just chose the wrong track to come back to. Friday night in the hotel, laying in bed thinking, yes, a mutter, great equalizer. Then woke up to a 100-mile-per-hour rut cross with bodies flying through the sky, yellow flags sort of waving. Yeah, maybe should have waited for Buds. But these boys know the game. They know that to be ready for the big payday, you gotta dust off the cobwebs and possibly get smoked in the first race or 2 back. When you've had an incredible career with a championship resume, you're less concerned about some bad tape than you were early in your 20s. But for Kenny and Coop, Unadilla is tape they'd both like to delete. And Eli Tomac, you're up next. 4-time 450 motocross champ, one of the legends of this sport who also has eyes. I wonder what he thinks after watching Unadilla. Does he see Hunter and Chase and think, water not stretch out? Or did he watch Kenny and Coop and go, maybe I should wait for Charlotte too? We get that answer on Saturday. All right, this week I want to shout out 2 privateers that I have actually given a shout out to before. It's a good thing, right? When you can come around a couple times in a season and throw down some good results. Well, Grant Harlan, national number 23, who stacked a bunch of points last year, yet had a tough start to 2024. He's found his groove, and he got top 10 at Unadilla, and that dude is ripping. So shout out to Grant Harlan on the top 10 finish, and Lux Turner in the 250s, getting in the top 20 both motos. This dude is young. He's kind of unknown. No one really knows his backstory, but he's kind of sneaking in there little by little. And he was really good in Supercross this year, too. So Lux Turner, keep it up. The AEO KTM team's doing a great job with him. The dude is unknown for now, but I think people are going to start knowing who Lux Turner is here very soon. Keep it up, boys. We'll see you next week. Thank you so much for watching this show. If you liked it, press the like button. And if you want to subscribe, then press the subscribe button. Share it with your friends, with your family, and grandma. Make sure you send it to grandma. Grandmas love everything Main Event Moto does. All you Motoheads out there, we are still rocking and rolling at Main Event Moto. You can go to patreon.com/Main Event Moto. We do 2 shows a week now, and both of them are live streamed. Patreon.com/Main Event Moto, and we will catch you on the next show.